Hey, I'm back with Minecraft again. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? Alright, let's get in there. I don't know what this is about anymore. I don't know. I'm just guessing it's there. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with my Minecraft. I keep getting that pop-up and I don't know what it's about. Oh man, though. Alright, I've got wonderful news. Now, I think there are some things you can immediately notice. One, I've got more levels. Two, I'm lagging, because I have been playing on that. Let's turn it back down to normal 18 chunks. Alright, but beyond that, more levels. I've expanded the house a little bit. I gave myself a wonderful little bedroom. That way I can have a bit more space out here without, you know, all that. I'm mostly planning to expand the base that way, you know, but of course I've got a couple of things I need to think through. I've created this. That way I don't have to worry about coal as much when I'm so low on it. But that aside, I did some slight organization, as we can see. And I've already spoiled part of it. I should have showed my inventory first. But, yeah, I did some coal mining. I went from, like, maybe a dozen to, this is the best I can find. I put, like, a couple hours into, like, exploring caves that wouldn't be, like, two. You know, off-camera mining. I did some mining off-camera. I tried to minimize that, and I only found about a stack. And in here, you know, I guess I don't have to worry about it as much. But, oh man, to have to rely on lava for basic furnace activity? What's that gonna do to me? But alright, I think I need to make, finally, a shield, which I think, wait, is a little like this, maybe? Is it that? Try the other way. It's also not that way. Is it? No? Ah, I forgot a piece of wood, of course! That explains it. Literally, that does it. That's it. And cool. We're slightly more equipped. We have still yet to die, but assuming the worst, it's always possible. I have more diamonds than I do iron. Oh, and of course, I did a lot of wood chopping. I chopped a lot of wood. I made sure that I had some charcoal backups if I really need it. Why is this my Minecraft adventure, man? Oh, and don't mind like my hotbar ordering, because I mostly just kind of did a bunch of, you know, smaller stuff that I needed more than hotbar for, so I moved the shovel up there as I was mining trees, cutting trees. And I've been debating on something. I've been debating on something. It's been something I've been wanting to do since I've been a child. Since I was, like, what, 12? 11? Maybe younger. And I've been thinking about doing some mod stuff. And I still have yet to include any mods. We are completely vanilla here right now. And part of the reason why I haven't been wanting to explore too heavily, like, the furthest I've gone is there, when I found those cows. You know, the cows. And when I went way over there thinking about, where to build my base, and then I just came back here. A big reason why I haven't been going too far out exploring has been the idea of playing something like Cobblemon. Because Cobblemon just sounds like so much fun. But I've been putting it off, and I don't know why. It's just my own procrastination, and I guess maybe a little bit of anxiety that it won't be as fulfilling as I always imagined as a child. But let's not worry about that, because there are two things I would love to really adventure with, you know, in my own mind. And that's two particular mods. Two particular mods. I'm gonna do some mining while we do this. Blah, blah, blah. You know, we're set. We're set. Sorry for this little detour. But a big thing that I've been thinking about has been the idea of modded Minecraft. And after starting this world, I've been really warming up to the idea. Mostly because it's been nice to really just let loose and keep talking over and over and over again, with very little breaks. I've been thinking very heavily about it, and I wonder how those two mods actually merge together. Like, I feel like when it comes to those two mods, there's not that much crossover in terms of what they do, because a lot of Aether mod stuff is very exclusive to the Aether, from my knowledge at least. But then when it comes to Cobblemon, from my knowledge of Cobblemon, it's all it's all stuff in the overworld. And if it is just all stuff in the overworld, I feel like there'd be a little bit of this weird, like, 50-50 side stories feelings with each one, and I don't want to really diminish the actual impact of anything with those mods. What am I doing? Because those mods are very important to me, honestly. Like, despite the fact that I've never personally played them, they obviously have a massive portion of every Minecraft kid's childhood. Like, you can't possibly imagine modded Minecraft without thinking of something like, you know, Pixelmon or Cobblemon, and of course the Aether mod. Holy, that was dangerous. I actually just barely survived that one. Yeah, we're going to the mineshaft. But seriously, like, when it comes to modded anything, I feel like so many kids would likely most associate modding and just Minecraft itself with those particular mods. And I do kind of want to go to those, but I am that's a skeleton spawner. Did I just build my house on the overlook of the greatest random generation on the planet? Wait, skeleton spawner, zombie spawner over there, mine shaft, and of course, I don't know what it's called. I'm too old for this, but yeah, going back to mod stuff. When it comes to mods, I feel like there's a level of importance for a lot of them. Cool. Now. Coward. But it's those mods in particular that I really just want to get into, and I think I will. I think I will get into at least one of them with this server, with this world. It's not a server, it's not online. When it comes to this world, I think I do want to install one of them, but I can't decide which. And if anyone watching has any specific preference for either one, I'm willing to hear it out. You know, I'm willing to hear that out. It feels appropriate given the fact that I am making this little adventure. Wait, whoa. I am making this adventure partially, spectator sport, a partial spectator sport, so getting the spectators, the viewers, a chance to fill in on it, I feel like is most appropriate. I feel like that's fair. So, how would everyone feel about that idea of modding the game for the sake of, either one of those? Like, specifically, when it comes to the prospect of modding for Cobblemon, oh, never mind, it's not a skeleton spawner. Of Cobblemon, or specifically, the Aether mod. And, speaking of the Aether mod, something really interesting happened recently where, like, the source code, I think, for the PS3 version, or it's probably the PS3 version. The PS3 version of Minecraft became like available to like fan coders, and they actually, one of the first things that I saw of it was the actual modding in of the Aether mod to the base game of console Minecraft, which, oh man, that's surreal to me. Like, the idea of the console version having not only mods, but something like the Aether mod is, that is a dream come true. And I can't believe it took a decade. But also, you know, given the circumstances, it does make perfect sense. Bye-bye. That's bad. That's terrible. Oh, poison. You know, it'd be awful if poison, like, kept you from actually eating food, because, like, you felt like canonically, you felt like you were about to, you know, go. Don't spawn, don't spawn, don't spawn, don't spawn, don't spawn, don't spawn, don't spawn. Give me all of that. And I'm just gonna take all of this, because, oh man, that'll be good for wool, and especially for just whatever I want. Just whatever I want concerning string. And who knows, maybe I could do some fun redstone stuff that I've never played with before. And that's more diamonds. That's more diamonds before coal. Oh, and I forgot to mention, yes, if any observant viewers saw my diamond count, it did go up by about 5. Or 6 or something. And that's because when I did do some off-camera mining, and I was just exploring around places I had already explored, yes, apparently I missed a few diamonds. I'll show off the pictures in a little bit. When I'm resurfacing, remind me to show off where I found them. But yeah, when it comes to modded Minecraft, I think those two choices feel the most the only choices to go for any like mods to add, because not only does it fit nicely into a lot of vanilla Minecraft with the Aether mod, but it's also just, you know, with Cobblemon, it would be an incredible addition. Very, very heavily calling back to stuff I used to watch as a kid. Bop. 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 Still on a stalagmite. Alright. Whoa, brother! Oh! Oh! I don't like that, so we're in range of spawning now. Oh, no! Okay. Oh, that's horrendous. That's horrendous. I can't believe I let that happen to me. Oh. Diamond sword time. Yep. No reason not to. We've got an abundance of it. Alright, first thing we're gonna fight with this. String. Alright. Yep, here we are. But yeah, when it comes to Cobblemon, Cobblemon holds a very important place in my heart, because I've always been, well, not always, of course, but for the longest time, I was always such a big fan of any Minecraft Let's Play that had him. And obviously, I think one of my biggest pulls for any kind of Minecraft content creation was Jerome ASF, especially like those crazy early days. Like, oh my god, Minecraft failing, that's just an evil time. Not evil, but the man was unhinged in like the best way. Like, of course, he wasn't anything like, you know, actually problematic. But he was definitely just, that was a teenager, dog. That was that was an older teenager. Like, I think, watching those videos back in the day, it felt like a very healthy amount of what? Okay, cool. That was a very healthy amount of absurdity as well. Like, I think ASF Jerome had such a handle on when was too far, and I think that's something I really respect him for, especially going back then, because the man was unhinged. But especially looking at his content now, that's more diamonds before coal. Especially looking at his content now, and while it's not for me anymore, because I'm 22 years old, it's still like all of his content. It's something that I kinda just can't help but respect as a creator, because not only did he manage to avoid a bunch of that's more diamonds. Not only did he manage to avoid, like, the real heavy pitfalls that a lot of other, specifically, like, Minecraft creators fell into, but he also, like, shows some real, like, heavy accountability and major prioritization of like, his own audience, and making sure to only show them what's appropriate, especially nowadays. Like, he is very family friendly, and I can't help but respect that. Because, like, I feel like he's very, very cognitively aware. Like, he is very highly aware that Minecraft is primarily a game for kids. And he's leaned into that very heavily in, I think, a very, very healthy way. And it's something that I just can't help but respect. Especially how he's handled certain controversies around him, where it's not actually him that's in the controversies, more so people he's interacted with that have gotten into some, that his handling of it is just been incredible. Like, I can't ask for a creator to handle a lot of situations better. And I really, I would hate to get into any situation like that, but I pray that if I do, I handle it as well as he has. Like, I think the world of him as a creator. Like, the personal accountability and responsibility is something very highly respectable. And I couldn't possibly imagine doing better in that situation. But I feel like I'm really, really trailing here, but I am most curious about specific. Whoa, brother! Shit! What happened? That guy got eviscerated. But okay. Alright. Oh, there's more diamonds, I'm pretty sure, behind that. Bop. Oh, wow. But, alright, yeah. Back to fun, family-friendly mods for Minecraft. I think the Aether mod and Cobblemon are easily the go-to choices, especially for me, given like the weight they had in like my own my own interest in Minecraft stuff, especially through creator-made stuff. And I think they're definitely my top two choices. And between the Aether mod and the Pokemon mods, I don't know exactly what other mods for Pokemon there could be, but when it comes to it, I think Cobblemon is probably my go-to choice. And when it comes to Cobblemon, I've been very... I've seen a bit more of certain things around it. There's more. There's always more. There's always more. Why is there always more? But yeah, all right. When it comes to Cobblemon, I think Cobblemon is really in-depth, but it's much more world-altering. And I really do think I can only choose one or the other, especially given how much it changes Minecraft. Because a lot of new world generations are on, a lot of new creatures there are, a lot more things to actually use your resources in different directions is a big aspect to it. And the fact that it does change a good portion of where your resources should go is obviously... What was that? It's a sensor! It's a sensor! I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore. Get me out of this hell cave. But alright. Yeah, when it comes to anything modded related, Cobblemon will definitely have the largest effect on the actual base game and how I handle things. But when it comes to the Aether, that's just, you know, I go there probably after, you know, going to the Nether, which is a very, I think, simple first step. And now that I say it out loud, it's actually, yeah, that's the exact thing you need glowstone for. So yeah, no shit. But yeah, when it comes to the Aether mod, I think it's just a very clean addition to Minecraft. Obviously, it's one of the biggest charms with the Aether mod, is that it feels super vanilla Minecraft, but heavily expansive, with a, you know, a whole new dimension alongside getting a brand new set of gear, items, ore. You get so much from it, and it's without a doubt the most enticing addition to a mostly vanilla server. When it comes to that or Cobblemon stuff, it's really just trying to weigh personal significance, which is a big reason why I'm having so much trouble like actually choosing between the two, because they're both incredibly impactful for, you know, just what I've seen of any kind of modded Minecraft. And when it comes to that aspect of it, it's really fun. And modded Minecraft is really cool. Like, it can just be really cool. Like, modded Minecraft has so many fun additions and so many different variables to it. And I think those two are the mods that I want to invest in the most when it comes to turning this world potentially into a modded world. But then again, there is the other choice, where I choose not to commit to either, and instead duplicate the world and make it so that I don't have to make a choice. But I'm definitely not leaning towards do two separate routes, because then it just turns into, oh, I'm exploring the same world. I'm exploring the exact same world, except this one has Pokemon and this one has heaven. So I doubt I'll go with that option. It is there. It is, you know, the safest choice for anyone who's on edge about commitment on that end, but it's also the least impactful and actually kind of the most damaging, I'd say. Like, I think not committing to either one of them would definitely be the biggest issue, because you're lessening the impact of the overall world, because, well, you're lessening the impact of one of them no matter what, because you just simply refuse to actually, well, there's going to be occurrences where something is not new. You can just always know exactly where to go for a certain thing, or, you know, you don't exactly feel interested in traveling a certain direction, because last time you went there and you found this thing, and you already found it, so why commit to it? Why go that way? So, I think it's definitely between. One or the other, and maybe both, but not two different routes. Definitely not two different routes. Two different routes is absolutely the boring way to go. The boring, least impactful, and overall less interesting route to go for anything, anything related to those two things. And I'll probably, I think I'm leaning towards Cobblemon. But then again, that might just be because I want to play some Pokemon. Especially with the new Pokemon games coming out eventually. I've been a little... There's more right there. I missed it. Wow. I forgot about it, actually. Wow. That's crazy. Like, when it comes to the new Pokemon stuff, I'm actually pretty intrigued with new Pokemon stuff, which I haven't felt since Arceus, which makes me feel even older that that's an old game now. Or rather, you know, an older game now. Damn. Arceus is like, what, 5 years old now? No, that can't be right. That doesn't sound right at all. I flat out refuse to believe it's a 5-year-old game. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. But, yeah. Whoa, I saw that. Oh, I did see something! I ran out of coal and found so many more diamonds and said, "It's been 30 minutes. I have found 22 diamonds." Why? It's just part of who I am. Ah, wonderful. My intuition as well. My intuition is glorious. I just know where it is. I can sniff it. There's more. I can feel it right here. If this works, I am going to actually buy a lottery ticket after this. I found an opening, which means I have to go this way for a little bit. I have to go this way for a second. And if I find diamonds, I'm buying a lottery ticket. And I'll update everyone after the fact. That's where I was. Okay. It's looking unlikely to find any diamonds. So I think we're good. I think we're safe for the moment. Hold on. What if I... Okay, cool. Because if I don't find them in like the next, I don't know, 12 seconds, I'm at bedrock? Yeah, if I don't find them in like the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6... I'm saying that counts. I'm buying a lottery ticket soon. Oh, cool. Okay, we found one diamond when I sniffed it out. Impeccable, really. How do I respond to this? Seriously, how did I do that? How did I do that? It's been 35 minutes, and for like a solid first of those 5 minutes, I was just yapping. So it only took about 30 minutes to find 25 diamonds. That's a diamond a minute. Almost. Kind of. It's like 4/5 of a diamond per minute. But oh my god, really? Oh, if someone wants some luck, I'm giving it away. It feels unfair. Oh man. Maybe there's some behind the redstone too. Could you imagine? I just need the XP though. Kind of. I'm already level 30 now, so. But yeah, I think I might be leaning more towards Cobblemon. The Aether mod is definitely still very high on the list, but I think personal bias due to, well, recency bias of seeing some new Pokemon stuff that has me pretty excited. Because the new Pokemon stuff looks pretty cool. it actually looks good. And the last time I was really excited about a Pokemon game was, of course, Arceus, like I said. And Arceus was pretty cool. I liked the kind of open zone, being able to ambush Pokemon. Like, I think that all that was really sick. I think it was a very nice time. It was very, very cool to really see that that more wild aspect to Pokemon in play and see them more as, more dangerous wild creatures, which kind of emphasizes why every professor ever goes, "Don't you dare step into that grass. You know what these creatures can do? We fought wars with them. They're living AKs." But yeah, like I like seeing that more wild aspect to the Pokemon. And when it comes to the actual Pokemon themselves, I think seeing more of them in that way did a lot for my actual appreciation for a lot of different Pokemon stuff. Because it enforces the friendship, I feel. Like, seeing these Pokemon, these pocket monsters, act in a way kind of monstrous, enforces the idea that there is some kind of innate bond with a Pokemon and their trainer. Because they care. They care a lot for each other. And, especially seeing, I think, more aspects to Pokemon and trainer lifestyles that isn't just battling heavily reinforces that a big portion as to why there's always been this conflict of this small little disconnect with certain people's interpretations of how Pokemon are treated. It kind of washes away a little bit when you actually get to see the Pokemon and the humans, the trainers, really getting to live and work alongside them. And, you see a lot more to their relationship, and it's nice. It's really nice. And yeah, I think I'm going to put Cobblemon. But the Aether's still a really fun idea. And I also don't know how adding Pokemon would actually affect a pre-made world. Well, an already made world, not pre-made. Kind of the same thing, but I just. Ugh. But yeah, I'm very interested in both those choices, and I probably will make Aether mod stuff eventually. Because it is still, like I said, an aspect of iconic Minecraft mods that I do want to explore. I really do want to explore that pathway for Minecraft modding. Because when it comes to modding anything Minecraft, especially since it's been recreated after it got discontinued, I got taken down for whatever reason. I don't remember. I don't know. When it comes to, it's important in Minecraft modding, it's something, oh my god, oh, never mind. When it comes to, the Aether mod's actual importance to its overall effects on Minecraft mods, and modding as a whole, it really stands on its own in that way, and I would like to expand further on that. And yeah, it sounds like so much fun. I remember watching a couple YouTubers, not to name any not great names, names that have not aged well. I really wish that I got to experience it for myself, and seeing all the crazy new additions, standing on clouds and all that, especially as someone who is such a major fan of specifically The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, seeing the cloud worlds and all that, all the environments, the funky sky creatures and guys, it's a magical time to think about. I adore that. I love that era of Minecraft so much. Well, that kind of era, you know? But with that, it does feel rather enticing to get into that era of the mod. You know what I'm saying? I am very interested in it, but I think I'm leaning more towards Cobblemon. However, I'm gonna stick to my original statement. I say you guys do get the choice on this, and I will also add the caveat of whichever one gets chosen, I'm still gonna also do the other one, just eventually. Like, I'd imagine I'd probably want to explore it for a good chunk of hours, and then I feel like, you know, it would still sit nicely in my mind when I also add, you know, the other mod. That way it feels fair, you know? And I think, oddly enough, now I really think about it, they actually do kind of correlate in that way, where the Aether mod stuff is very its own region. It's very much its own thing. Meanwhile, when it comes to specifically Pocket Monster, you know, Cobblemon stuff. Oh, evil! When it comes to anything Cobblemon, it's also in my mind that it would probably be most fitting for just overworld stuff, and I could take you in, but I don't want to get into villager stuff yet. I'm putting that off for as long as I can. But, yeah, when it comes to anything Cobblemon related and Aether mod related, I think, now that I'm really thinking about it, they will fit hand in hand, but because I'm weird, I do want to do it exclusively separated. I want it to, like, come in at its own time, you know? Like, I gotta get through the Cobblemon chapter before I get to the Aether mod chapter, or I have to get through the Aether mod chapter before I get through the Cobblemon chapter. It's one of those. It's one of those. I gotta do one quest at a time, you know? I think that's how I really look at it. And I think it's also time to go back to the surface. I think it's also time to really show off that, oh man, I am desperate for coal. And I don't think there's really that much down here that I can see at the moment. And I'm not smelling any diamonds quite yet. But yeah. It's about time to head back up. But yeah, be sure to tell me what you guys think. Do you think I should go for the Aether mod first, or should I go with Cobblemon? Because, oh brother, they both sound fulfilling. they sound like both things that I would really... Is that diamonds down there? No, it's a creeper head. Never mind, it is diamonds, actually. It's actually a lot of diamonds. My bad. Sorry, my nose was a little stuffy. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't smell it either. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear the vibrations. Y'all ever watch that show, Daredevil? Read any of the comics? I have. Yeah, it's like that guy. I'm just that guy, you know? I'm that guy, Daredevil. But... oh, cool. Hey! Rude. You're supposed to die. But yeah, Cobblemon versus the Aether. Tell me. Please, leave a comment. Or maybe I'll make a poll on the community tab. If you guys find it, you can vote there too. However, I'd prefer if you did vote on specifically the community tab instead. That way I can actually keep track numerically. That'd be nice. There might be some small influence if anyone comments, you know, on the video. Who knows, maybe I'll give it somebody. Like, if it's super close, like, if it's super close, like, if we're talking a 50-50, I'm gonna count based on the comments themselves then. But please prioritize the pull. Please. Oh, wow. Peace. I don't want any of that. Alright. Wow, they're just spawning down here. Oh, wow, they're really spawning down here. Oh, no. Oh, I'm ass. Oh, I'm bad. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, this is an awful situation to be in. And I win. Y'all suck. And back to the surface I go. Oh, man. That was a pretty nice endeavor. I got 38 diamonds. 38 diamonds in 40 minutes. Why is this just what I'm gifted with? I'm gifted with this horrible curse of massive amounts of riches. This constant influx of money. I'm gonna have in every time I go mining, I'm gonna just put in my title, diamonds again, another time. Every time. I'm gonna do it. In fact, if you look at the video's like secondary title after the part number, it's gonna say diamonds. Again? Another time? That's what it's gonna say. Word for word. It's gonna be Minecraft modding? Minecraft survival? Number 6? And then oh man, my stuff. Oh, actually, it'll be just fine because it's gonna float right there. Yeah, cool. But yeah, it's gonna say that, and then it's gonna lead into, you know, like I said, it's gonna lead into exactly what I said with diamonds again another time, something like that. No, it won't, but it'll be vaguely similar to that. That's what it'll be. Very, very similar. Don't worry, guys. I'll keep my word. Or will I? Now, how do I get back up? It's been a minute. I'm sorry. There. I should really, like, work on an entrance to this. Either that or really, like, grind for some ender pearls. I wonder if you can fight the ender dragon with Pokemon. That'd be cool. That'd be super cool. Turns out they just replaced the ender dragon with just either Mewtwo or something like. I feel like Rayquaza would be a pretty good choice, but Deoxys would also be super cool. But I think it's got to be Giratina. If they were to replace it with anything, those are my bets. Those are my choices for what I would replace it with. And obviously, I always know what's best. Alright. Back home. I didn't show off. I forgot to show off the cows. How many of them there are, truly. And it's time to really do this now, huh? Because I need more. Alright. So we got 3 achievements. Cool. Subscribe. Awesome.